Okay, so today I'm going to make you some gravy. I've already made the biscuits. I had a friend of mine that I worked with was having problems with making gravy, so I figured I'd do a tutorial. Okay, first thing we're going to need is a nice heavy gauge pan. You can use stainless steel or cast iron. Either one does not matter. Next thing, get your pan good and warm. Does not have to be screaming hot, but does need to be hot. For my gravy, I like to use lard or bacon or sausage drippings. Also, instead of regular milk, I like to use evaporated milk. To fix evaporated milk, you take 1 can of evaporated milk, empty it out, and then fill it back up with water. Of course, the evaporated milk is just my personal preference. Milk, whole milk, skim milk, 1%, whatever you like, works just fine. Set that aside for use later. As with any cooking, you want to have all your stuff set out beforehand. Eyeballing this, throw in a big plop of grease if you don't have your bacon drippings or your sausage drippings from before. I'm not making bacon or sausage this morning, so I'm going to use a little bit of lard. Vegetable shortening, vegetable oil works just fine. I just happen to prefer the taste of the lard. I like to season the grease before anything else. It's personal preference yet again. You don't have to do that. You can do it after you get everything started. This is just my personal preference and the way I do it. One of the keys to making a good cream style biscuit and gravy type gravy is you gotta get a good whisk and keep everything moving once you start adding ingredients. Also, don't cook on too high of a temperature. You'll burn quick. grease gets good and hot, add your flour. Ignore that, that's just somebody trying to copy. Now, I never measure. I don't know measurements as far as how to do everything. But I eyeball everything. Once you get your gravy, your roux, looking kind of almost paste-like. Not quite, but a good consistency. Like I said, you see my whisk, and keeping it moving, that is key. Never let your gravy sit. It will burn quick. Now, needs just a little bit more flour. And that ought to do it. Once this gets a slightly brown, not dark, slightly darker than light, you can add your milk. Keep it moving. At this point, we've added all the milk we're going to add. If it happens to start getting thick, we can add a little water. Never add more milk. Tell it's starting to thicken. It's not as thin as it was. Just keep it moving. Keep your whisk in contact with the bottom of the pan. You're using it as a scraper as much as a mixer. Now some people will use a spatula. My father-in-law does. I have not mastered this. Some people will use a fork. I like a whisk, it gets my hands up off the pan a little bit further. As you can tell, now it's starting to get thick, starting to bubble. And still keep it moving. Don't let it sit. It will burn. Can't stress that enough. Burnt gravy is nasty. Starting to get a little bit thicker than what I like it. Add just a little bit of water at a time. Bring it back down. And I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more pepper. Maybe just a little more salt. Keep it moving. Have it. That is freshly finished gravy.